Hello, hello.
Hi.
What up?
Howdy.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Pretty
How are
good.
you?
Good, awesome. Thank you for making time out on a Tuesday night. It's a rare thing for us to do Tuesdays, but we opened that door up for nationwide interviews, which you guys are a part of tonight, and that's really that's really awesome. Real quick shout out and thank you to the stream, to the other Facebook streams that have helped make that possible. Serious thank you to my partner, Concert Junkies on New Jersey. Thank you, Rob. We got Heaps of Metal, of course, which is out of the KC metro area. And then we got the Loud Spot in Oklahoma. And we got World Metal Scene Chicago, which I'm already admin of, so I had direct access to that. So that's cool. But of course, none other to make sure this shit not only just goes nationwide, but technically worldwide besides YouTube. World Metal Scene. Jason Hessler. Always fucking killing it for the scene, man. Thank you, Jason. And here we are, you guys. As you know, I'm Fran LaSavage, Savage Ladies. And for those who don't know who we have the other LA. And they're from Tennessee, not Memphis. I'm sorry, Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
How the hell are you guys?
Doing good.
Yeah. And you guys want to introduce yourselves, who you are, what you're about, what you play?
Take it, Mac.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll start here.
I am Mac. I play the bass and do the screams.
I'm Aria. I am the singer.
I'm Joel. I play guitar.
I'm Zach, and I play the drums.
And you guys are the other LA. I love it. So definitely need to ask the same basic question I'm sure you've heard a million times. What is the story behind your name?
You take it, Aria.
Okay. So I moved to Lafayette, Louisiana when I was in middle school, but for some reason my friends thought that I moved to Los Angeles, and my mom kept telling her friends, like, no, we're in the other LA, which is Louisiana. And we just thought that was a cool band name.
That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So yeah, I gotta say, the first time I heard your band, I thought the same thing, and I was like, the other LA. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, I did learn about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool, that's cute. That messes with people's head. Let them to keep thinking if they don't know. If they really want to know, they can look it up.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are in Tennessee, and so you're Midwest, which is beautiful. One of our people, so this is good. You guys are on the same time zone. There's always time zone issues, and I'm really big about trying to make sure the bands are coinciding with that. So it's awesome when you guys are Midwest. I don't have to worry about it. And then I slipped and I forgot. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are Midwest. So I'll call myself out. That's okay. So I wanted to talk about Joel.
Yes.
All right.
You are the new kid on the block.
Shoot. Wow, you're singling me out like that. Yes.
I'm throwing you out immediately, man. Just
Okay.
gonna get you out there.
Let's do it.
How does it feel, man? How's it been since you've been part of the team, part of the band?
It's been awesome. Zach and I have played together for a long time. I don't even know how long it's been. 14 years
probably. Yeah.
So we were actually in a high school rock band, which was the alternative to a marching band.
Yep.
Our
That's
high school
awesome.
actually had a rock band.
Yep.
So we got playing in that, and then just started 12 other bands throughout the years. And then he joined the other LA, and they had a run that they needed me to join, so I jumped on. And then all of a sudden they said, "Do you want to play Blue Ridge Rock Fest?" And I said, "Yes, I want to play
Yeah.
Blue Ridge Rock Fest." And just, I honestly hadn't played a guitar for a couple of years. Had kind of gone into a weird retirement, and then Zach pulled me out, and the other LA welcomed me in. And then, 3 months ago they asked me to join, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah,
So, what is a weird retirement?
A weird retirement is when you love music so much to where you obsess about it every day that you have to give yourself a mental break. And at 28, you sell all of your gear because it's just taking everything out of you. And then you just stop playing guitar for 2 years. And then it takes a friend to come up and go, "Hey, I'll give you a guitar if you'll come play with us." And then I come play, and then I'm like, "All right, I need gear again. Let's go." So yeah, that's a weird retirement.
And you just jumped back in like it was nothing.
Jump back in. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So okay, so now so you already knew the band before you actually came in and joined them?
Yeah, I mean, Me and Zach go far back. I actually came and saw them a few months before I played with them at a place, Mercy Lounge here in Nashville. They had a show, so I came and checked them out. Was blown away, and I said, "Yeah, I'd like to play with you guys." And then he hit me up a few months later, and I had to come with the opportunity. Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So you already knew the music. I mean, that's helpful to get things going and get you started, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So how long from when you joined the band did you guys hit the stage?
Oh, good. Like from when I officially joined?
Yeah, when you joined, yeah.
What was it? It was a month. I mean, when I came in to fill in, it was a week before.
Yeah.
I joined the week before, learned the songs, and we knocked it out. But when I officially joined, I mean, we'd already been playing shows. So the first show that we did after I'd become an official member was maybe a month afterwards.
So it just made sense. I mean, you were already filling in for them. You might as well just be them.
Yeah. We all got along. They were like, all right, he's not too annoying. We'll bring him in.
And he puts up with us.
Yeah.
Smooth transition.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. You know what? That's awesome when you hear that. You know, a lot of times some people are just, I mean, I've heard amazing things where some musicians just, they pick up the shit. And sometimes within days they're hitting that stage, and I'm just like, dude, my nerves would be through the roof. Okay. I wouldn't be able to do that, and then sometimes you just have a nice progression. It's like the band might not have a show for another month or two. So you got that time to, get your feet wet on that. So that's good. You already knew the music. You were already hitting the stage with them. It just made sense. You were already part of the family. You just had to sign that paperwork, make it official.
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome. So how did everyone meet?
Well, Mac and I started the band when we were in high school. I was 14 and he was 17 or 18.
Something like that. I think I was 17.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
We were originally like an emo cover band, but then we wrote our first original a month later, and that's why we're here. I don't know how to talk.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. So like she said, we formed, I think, 10 years back while we were still in high school. And I got offered to play. He came up to me and said, hey, do you want to come play for this cover band I'm in? There's this really hot singer, and she's super hot, and you should come check us out.
And she was 14.
So I get to the rehearsal, and I had to learn, I think, like 5 Paramore songs, 5 Evanescence songs. And I get there, and it's like 13, 14-year-old Aria. And I'm like, this is a kid. Like, what the heck? and then we started playing, and I heard her voice, and I was like, okay, I think I'll stick around. And then we got an offer to do a competition. It was the Revolver Magazine Hottest Chicks and Hard Rock Tour. And I think like In This Moment was on it, Hailstorm, a bunch of other bands. And the contest was that you had to submit an original song, which we did not have at the time. So we ended up like getting together, recorded this like really crappy demo. And I mean, it was like horrible. And somehow we ended up winning. And our first show was on the Revolver Hottest Chicks on Hard Rock. And we just, we went from there, and we're like, hey, I guess we got some talent. So
we're a band.
Yeah, we're a band. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, at such a young age, especially you, Aria, being 14 years old, you're doing a cover band, and then within a month you get an option to join the contest, and you got it. You nailed the spot. That's awesome with your first original. So what was the song about?
Oh gosh.
What was it called?
It's a hallucination.
Knows in my dreams.
In my dreams, yeah.
So we wrote a song called In My Dreams. We're thinking about putting it back in the set at some point, but it needs a lot of work. Well, the first person I was with, he actually had schizophrenia, and I basically wrote the song in his point of view, like what he goes through and everything. It's really sad. Like people who suffer from mental illness, especially schizophrenia, it's heartbreaking to see that they're suffering and that you try your best to help them, but you just can't. Like you try, it just breaks your heart just thinking about it.
Right.
First song.
Yeah. At 14.
Yeah, that's deep for 14. My goodness.
Well, seriously, I mean, 14. I mean, did you write the music?
Oh no, the guys write the music. I just write the lyrics.
Okay. Well, the lyrics. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. So you were writing music from a young age.
I did their first poems, but then like when I listen to the songs, like they give me the song and I'll listen to it, and I have to listen to the theme. What's the mood? Like, what does it sound like? Is it heavy? Is it sad? Or is it angry? And it helps me get inspired as to what I should write about.
Okay. And so, what typically, what mood do you have to usually be in when you are inspired?
It depends on the song. Like the song has to basically speak to me. It's like, what does it feel like? Is this a happy song? Is it a sad song? I basically immerse my consciousness with the music. I just basically like listen to it at least 5 times a day and just like, okay, what am I feeling? Do I feel sad? Do I feel angry? And it just depends on the song.
And your voice is phenomenal. The range, the pitch, everything about it. The first time I heard your voice, I was like, yeah, this bitch can sing. No offense.
Thank you.
I know in some places being called a bitch can be a bad thing. It just depends how you use
not.
it. It just depends how you use
It's not for me.
No, it's a positive thing. It's not always a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, your vocals, your chords are awesome. You have an amazing voice and a killer band to back it up. So you guys are doing some awesome shit. And just, I mean, you guys have been doing some really, really cool stuff just in the last year or two alone. I mean, how was 2022 with you?
It was amazing. We played 2 major festivals, which was Rock Fest and Blue Ridge Rock Fest, and we basically toured every weekend, wrote some new music. 2022 is a really great year for the band.
We got our first our first real tour. We went out basically all year with the band called Texas Hippie Coalition.
Oh yeah, THC.
Yeah, THC, man.
Yeah.
We did some stuff with them kind of late 2021, and we were just like, man,
Early 2022, not late 2021.
Really?
Yeah, it was early 2022. It was February.
Dang, was it really a whole year we were out with them? Oh,
Yep.
wow. Yeah, those dudes were awesome. That whole entire tour was definitely a really cool experience. It gave us some what it's really like to be on the road and having to do it basically almost every day. So it was a really cool experience.
You guys actually played a couple tours with them, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. So did they call you back a second time, like without hesitation?
Yeah, they've been kind of like hitting us up on Facebook and keeping up with us, and I think last time we ended up running into them, they had asked if we had more dates with them in 2023, and we're just like, no, we don't, and I think our last show with them was the Sold Out Machine Shop show in October.
Yep.
So,
oh my God, it was.
Yeah, but
that was awesome.
I mean, we're hoping to do more shows with those guys. They're really cool.
They are. I got to see them. When was I want to say about 2 years ago.
Nice.
And it was the first I knew the name, but I didn't really know the music, and so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna see what these guys are all about. And they just blew my mind. I was like, this shit's trippy. I love it. It was definitely a wild and a lot of fun. I mean, these guys are killer artists and amazing. They destroy that stage. They were a lot of fun to check out.
Oh yeah.
And I love the name. Just the abbreviation just brings
Oh,
it. Gotta love THC.
Yeah.
Innuendo. So I mean, you guys went on quite a few tours, not just with them, but in general. I mean, you guys were bouncing all over the place last year.
Yeah, basically, what was it like? Literally every weekend from like February until I think about October, end of October. Yeah, so we were out every single weekend, Thursday through Sunday, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense. So, how do you handle between the home life and the road life? How do you guys handle that?
Definitely spend time with your friends and family while you can before you get on the road, so you feel like you're not missing out. That's what helps me.
Yeah, like Joel, you've got a whole entire family, man.
Yes, I do. I mean, it's with a full-time job and a wife and a kid at home, it can be challenging. But me and my wife have known each other just as long as me and Zach have since high school. She knew what she was signing up for when we got together. She knew it was about the music, and my son, he's pretty old now, so I've gotten to talk to him and go, "Are you okay with this?" And he's all about it. They're both very supportive, and
that's awesome. That's good.
I think the person who gets it the roughest is Zach when we're on the road, because
yeah. So, and my fiance is on board with everything too, but so I work a full-time job, but I'm an accountant by day. So these guys know, like on the road, like 9 to 5, I'm actually working remotely in the van, and then get ready and play the show. So
every day.
How can that is just very convenient that you have an accountant in the band.
That helps.
Yeah, he actually helps me whenever we're like selling merch, because I'm really right-brained. I'm terrible at math, but I'm I'm really good at music, but he's great at math. Like, Zach, can you please help me with this? I can't do this.
Yeah.
They have numbers.
I shut down. I literally shut down.
We got
That is too funny. That is just pure convenience and beautiful. I mean, that works out for everyone. It just gives you more work.
It does. Yeah. But the weekends are great.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Goals, things to look forward to, and nothing but up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the sky is not the limit. There is no limit. It's how high do you want to go? You know, get as high as THC. There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
I couldn't help it. That's corny as hell. But so, Rob from Concert Junkie says, "Hi guys."
What's up,
I have quite a
Rob?
few people saying hello. I got a Facebook user, and I hate when it doesn't show the name, but hello, Facebook user. But you guys, I mean, you guys have been doing some really killer stuff, and you dropped a few singles last year, and you actually just released another one just recently, what, like 2 months ago?
Yeah, I'm Not Broken. It was on the Sirius XM Octane test drive back in January, so that was the debut right there.
Yeah, Richard Buscemi, he says, we should be hearing you regularly on Octane because I'm Not Broken is a great song and should have won Octane Test Drive. I agree.
Richard.
I completely agree. That is a killer song. Just everything about it. I mean, it was an amazing song, and it definitely, if it doesn't grab you, I'll smack that person if they say they don't care for it. You know, no problem doing that. It's an Italian thing, you know. The smacks are for love.
We got smoked by Sleep Token on that test drive, but I mean, you gotta admit that song really was awesome.
But you know what? That's awesome, though. I mean, just Sleep Token is a great band, you know. But I mean, you guys were up there with some killer bands, and you still made it that far. You still made it to Octane, and
I'm very thankful.
You know, how did that feel when you got that notice?
Oh, sick.
Surreal. Yeah.
Sick. Yeah. Surreal.
Yeah.
Just like you said.
Yeah.
It's like that rock
And that's
star
why-
moment. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead, talk. No, I tend to talk a lot, so don't mind me.
I was just gonna say, that rock star moment, you get when you're little. You're just like, oh man, I want to be a rock star when I grow up. And that was that rock star moment right there. Hearing your music on XM radio for the first time, that was the ultimate rock star moment right there. And nothing else can ever beat that.
Where were you? Where were you guys when you first heard that? When you heard your music?
Well, it's funny. I was in New York City because we were recording some new music and we were tracking vocals. The guys were back in Nashville. I had to literally find the app on my phone to finally listen to it because I wasn't really in the car or whatever, so I was just listening to it in New York City.
Yeah, and I can imagine how surreal that felt,
Yeah.
Amazing.
So where were you guys?
I was in my car as well. So
Yeah.
I was on the
jammed
app.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? Do you just pull over and just freeze up? I mean, I would have been like, dude, I'll be all over the place. It's bad enough.
I definitely drove faster. I was like, yes.
I drove off the 69 bridge, man.
There you go.
That is awesome. So I mean, it just that had to be really cool. Even though you guys didn't take it, I mean, you guys still made it to the finals on that. Do you have any plans on trying for round 2?
Oh yeah, we got a new release within the next couple months, I assume.
Something like that.
We're figuring it
Yeah.
And we're it's gonna have another debut on the test drive pretty soon. So just be on the lookout.
That's
for that
awesome.
whenever it is. Yeah.
So you made your place known. You made your voice heard, and what you guys can do. They're ready to see what you got next.
Man, I will say though, so right after the song had played, maybe I don't know, let's say an hour later or whatever, we're checking the Instagram notifications. We get a message from this dude named Neil, and then he has a blue check mark next to his name. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and see who this guy is. Drummer from 3 Days Grace, and he's like, yo, me and my dudes heard we're listening to Octane, and we heard the song, and we're like, who the fuck is this? I'm sorry for the language, by the way. And we're just like,
You're fine, trust me.
and he's just like, you guys signed or independent? We're 100% independent all the way. And he's like, man, that's cool. And and then I think we got hit up by somebody else that was like big or whatever. But
we had a few people hit us up that just were people we knew, so we were all kind of fangirling.
Yeah.
And like, oh my gosh, so and so just wrote us. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Now, so now you guys did release I'm Not Broken, and that is an amazing song. And we do have the video that we can play for everyone to check out.
Yeah.
You guys want to go ahead and play that up?
Do it.
All right, everyone. This is I'm Not Broken. And again, this is from the other LA, and it was just released. I'm going to get this little bad boy going for you, and you guys can check it out. It's a killer song.
You do your dreads.
Yeah. Where'd they go?
I'm a freak, I'm a misfit. I am who I am and I'm proud of it. Got dark past, I'm an outcast. People stop and stare at me like I'm a car crash. Kept me from the start, even up my heart. Put me out of your spell. Oh, now I'm starting to see how you want me to be, just like everyone else. No, I won't be a slave. I won't burn at the stake. So tired of playing games. You made your last mistake. I won't be afraid. I won't take my own goal. I'm gonna rise today, 'cause I'm not broken. No, I'm not trying to fit in whatever kind of world that you're living in. You can call me, I let my phone ring. You know I'm always gonna go into my own thing. I will never pretend, I can't get out of my skin. I don't care what you say, oh, won't apologize. How I'm living my life, I will never be fake. No, I won't be a slave. I won't burn at the stake. So tired of playing games. You made your last mistake. I won't be afraid. I won't take my own goal. I'm gonna rise today. You're gonna hear me say, I'm not broken. I'm not crying, I'm not dying, hiding in the dark. I won't be your slave. I won't be afraid. I'd rather be set free. I won't be a slave. I won't burn at the stake. So tired of playing games. You made your last mistake. I won't be afraid. I won't take my own goal. I'm gonna rise today. You're gonna hear me say, I won't be a slave. I won't burn at the stake. I won't be afraid. I won't take my own goal. I'm gonna rise today, 'cause I'm not broken.
Good. Fucking badass.
Right.
That was, let me get that up. That was badass. That is an amazing song. I mean, you guys fucking killed it. I mean, that's Seriously, if you don't move any more further, I'm going to come down to Tennessee and I'm going to start kicking ass for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, you have an amazing voice. You guys have an amazing talent. You guys deserve to definitely be flying through those charts. And apparently, I'm not the only one who thinks so. And it's,
man.
so definitely, blessings and good fortune for all of you. I mean, it's a killer song, an amazing song, and it's been climbing the charts pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's been doing really well, especially on Spotify and Apple Music. We're getting on a lot of playlists, which I think is incredible.
Dude, we just hit 80,000 streams on Spotify, and I think we're right at 20,000 monthly listeners, which is the most we've had as a band. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Congratulations, and definitely well deserved. Richard again says great job on that song, and he loves it.
Awesome.
And I agree. I definitely agree. Axminster, what's up, man? He throws up a lot of emojis, but that's a positive sign from him.
Nice.
But, I mean, you guys, that's an amazing song. So, what was the song about?
Well, the song's basically about having the courage to be yourself and not letting anybody steal your peace or happiness, basically.
And did something happen to inspire that song?
Not necessarily. I basically like to write music that uplifts people and just to show them, like, hey, it's okay to be weird. It's okay to be yourself. And like I said, just don't let anybody tell you that you can't live your dreams,
Absolutely. Okay, there's a couple of Facebook users. I'm just going to go this way. Hello? Hello, Facebook user. It's not coming up on this end. I apologize, but this is how it's showing up. And back to Axe, he said, there you go. He said, what's up, man? Said the tune fucking rocked, and it did. It's a killer fucking song. Amazing song. Now, so you said you're going to be releasing another single soon.
Yep.
Release date is TBD.
We don't know.
We can't give you too many details because we're still working them out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Now, what was the single that you released before this one?
Wild Animal.
Yeah. Wild Animal. Yeah.
Which one?
Wild Animal.
Wild Animal. You know what? I was listening to that too. That's a badass song. The video
my
was
favorites,
awesome.
actually.
Yeah. What was that one? What was the inspiration on that one?
Basically about, we all have like a shadow self or like a dark side to us. Basically about sometimes you need to let that part of you like shine and basically say like, hey, there's a dark side to me. Just like I can be a hot mess sometimes. I think everybody's a hot mess at some point. We got to embrace our dark side and basically,
right?
Not a bad way, but basically let our weirdness shine in a way. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know. Actually, it makes perfect sense. It actually does. So what's your spirit animal?
Cobra.
You're a cobra?
I love snakes.
I'm a liger.
A
liger.
Nice. Now, you know what? I'm a snake fanatic too. Love my snakes. Snakes and dragons. All about it.
I love dragons too.
The slippery snake.
So, I mean, you guys have released actually a couple songs. I know Waiting on Rain. Waiting on the Rain. What's that one about?
Oh, man.
Well, that one's basically, that was a weird song because, like, that was one of the few, like, pop songs that we have. Like, I listen to a lot of 80s alternative. Like, that song's very inspired by, like, Depeche Mode. We basically want to write, like, a fun song that people wanted to dance to. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we wrote another song kind of similar to that, but kind of make it heavier. Like, I have so many personalities or like so many different like music genres that I love so much. We try to blend everything that we love into like different styles.
Yeah. Now, you know what? Being musically well-rounded is actually an amazing thing. And if you can make that, if you can bring all your taste and all your talent and make it your own, hence, hello. Hi, nice to meet you. I mean, you guys are making it happen. I have a wide eclectic range too. I mean, I grew up, with my mom freaking out, never waking me up, and to go to school, and she would blast Italian music through the through the house intercom. My family's from Italy, and she would blast Italian music, and my dad would just be like, "Chubby checker," where the hell I came from. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm the milkman's baby. I don't know. So it just worked out. But I grew up loving 80s and 90s. 80s is everything.
Yes, I totally agree. I love the 80s had the best music in my opinion.
Damn right.
Absolutely. It was all over the place with the music in the 80s, and I definitely gravitated towards it. And then the grunge era happened, and I was just slowly moving with the music, and it just all made sense. And then I met Slayer, and I heard of Slayer when I was 16, and that was it. But Depeche Mode, I mean, just all the classics. I'm a huge Linkin Park fan. And 3 Days.
Chester Bennington was an incredible vocalist. Like, I think he's one of the best rock vocalists of all time.
Yeah. Absolutely love. When Chester died, I was pissed because it was my brother's birthday and it ruined my day.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not in the mood now.
Yeah.
But I still have plenty of Jaeger, so I was good to go.
Nice.
So what do you guys got? What else you guys got coming up? What's next?
We are actually playing Earth Day Birthday, which is in Orlando, Florida. It's a festival with Breaking Benjamin, Seven Dust, Dorothy, Falling in Reverse, Beartooth, like a lot of really big bands in Orlando, Florida.
Dropout Kings.
And Dropout Kings.
Yeah.
Pretty reckless.
And Pretty Reckless.
Yeah.
There's so many. I know, it's like I can't name them all off the top of my head.
Right? Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the list is huge. I mean, but you got some amazing artists, and that's a killer that you guys are. You just keep going tour after tour. Yeah. And when do you leave? Are you guys in the middle of a tour right now?
No,
not right now.
We're at practice, and we have the van.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know you guys got a couple. I did see that you had a couple shows coming up, but it's kind of like a break period.
Yeah, right now it's a break period until Earth Day Birthday. We wanted to make sure we weren't really playing a lot of shows because we really need to focus on our set for Earth Day Birthday because we're actually opening the festival and we're on the big stage. So we're just like, guys, we really need to get this. Like, just focus on this set. Like, we'll worry about the other shows.
Yeah.
Well, when is that? What day is that?
April 22nd.
Next Saturday.
Yep.
All right, so that's awesome. So you guys are going to be there. You guys are opening the fest, which is awesome.
Yes.
You're going to be there the whole weekend. And so how long's your set going to be?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you spend months preparing for something that just is literally done in a blink of an eye. It's like, and we're done. Do you have your set list already picked out?
Yes.
Yes, and we're actually practicing the set list tonight after the interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, I appreciate you doing this. My schedule's all over the damn place, so this is me squeezing it in between my 3 jobs outside of Savages. Right after this is over, I'm going straight to work overnight. So.
Sorry, we have a little alert on our van.
We're making sure the van doesn't die on us
Yes.
while we're sitting here.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I hope not. I hope you guys are okay.
No, we're fine.
We're good.
All right.
Forgot to turn off the lights.
Oh, okay. We're good. We're covered.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're good.
False
You're
alarm.
good? All right.
Fan shenanigans.
Good job, Mac.
Thank you.
So, you guys, let's see. I got so many things I always skip over my notes. I do write notes. So I wanted to ask a few things to kind of get to know you guys. Well, the things I've also noticed, like Aria, you do a Q&A. Is that on a monthly basis, or you do that a couple times a month?
I would say a monthly basis. I just like to show people that, hey, I'm an awkward human being. I'm just like you. I don't want people to see me as some diva, which I'm not. I'm actually a goofball. I like showing people hey, this is how I truly am. Like how I'm on stage, that's just a little persona, but I like to show people how I am in real life.
Right. Yeah, I totally get that. You're real. It's nice. And I gotta say, I saw that one picture of you from just the other day with the new hairstyle.
Oh my God. It took an hour to get done. It was so much work, but it was worth it.
Dude, I could see it. You look like you got a lot of hair. Like I'm a walking hairball. That's why my hair is always in a ponytail. I just want it out of my damn face. So I can imagine how much hairspray. The way you had it styled. And I saw the little. Okay, so I gotta ask, what was that little loop?
Yeah.
It was like a loop in the back of your hair.
Yes,
you know what I'm talking about?
The traditional mohawks, mainly spiked up, but
right.
I'm a big fan of death rock music, like Christian Death, Alien Sex Fiend, bands back in the 80s. Like they had the Death Hook, which was more like a fluffy mohawk in a way. It wasn't it didn't really stick straight up. There's kind of a curve to it.
Right.
Which made your hair look thicker than it normally is.
Okay, I don't know who Robert is calling cousin it, but that's not the way her hair looked in the picture. But if you're calling me it,
Mac, pull off your hat. Show her.
Oh, he's cousin it. Yeah,
your cousin it. All right, let's see the mop. Let's see the mop.
it's a mob.
Yeah,
Oh,
Max
man.
got the map.
Got it.
He's good.
There it is.
There's cousin it.
Put that in slow mo.
I get it. That's awesome.
Somehow he knew.
You got a lot of hair too. I understand the hairball thing. It's a pain in the ass.
Way too much. Way too much hair.
There's a lot of hair in this band.
There is.
So-
Zach, you're getting hair.
Yeah, mine's growing out too. It's not as long as that.
Well, shit. Okay, you know what? I have no problem calling myself out, but I rest my case.
Oh,
Oh,
You know what? I'm okay with this. Okay, I'm not.
okay.
I'm not going to shave my head again like I did when I was 14. That was just
Oh, man.
yeah. But so you guys have played with some really cool, like some amazing bands. You played some killer fests, and you guys have played some with some a couple of Chicago favorites also that I've seen recently.
Yeah.
Rob, stop talking to me. I try to pay attention to the comments, and then you got people, my partner's throwing shit at me. It's like, you're a dick. Okay. You got one of the recent shows, like, and I'm bringing this up, but Queens of Pandemonium.
That was a really good tour, especially the ones in Iowa and Wisconsin. It was
Mhm.
snowing, mind you, while we were playing. Like, that was the very first time we ever played well, actually, no. There was the second time we played in the snow with this festival. We played Iowa and 2 shows in Wisconsin, and it was incredible.
Yeah, it was cool.
And who were some of your favorite bands you played with?
Oh, favorite bands. That's tough.
In
I will
general,
say-
how about we'll just broaden that question altogether instead of just aiming for one. Like, you guys have played with so many bands, and beyond the national artists, local band wise, who are some of your favorite bands?
The first big show we played with was the Revolver Hottest Chicks. That was with Lacuna Coil and Sick Puppies. That was incredible.
Oh, shit. Man, but still doing it?
yeah, it's still doing it.
Microwave's done. I don't know.
The band's yelling at us about the battery again.
Oof. Well, we
didn't
can do
play directly with them, but at Blue Ridge, I got to see Nothing More for the first time.
They were
and
incredible.
they blew me away. So
Yeah.
an honor just to be in the same festival as
Vicinity.
them. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
100%.
cool.
Yep. That was Blue Ridge as well. When, like Zach said, we didn't get to play with them, but being on the
You
bill
probably need to shut the band
and
up, huh?
getting to be like backstage with like Wage War and Lamb of God and people like that, and just Motionless in White and being in the presence of everybody, and like knowing that we're allowed to be back here but not fangirling, and just
Right.
being like, "What's up? How you guys doing?" I'm not
Right.
freaking out. I'm staring at Jack Black right now.
I understand that completely. And I mean, I call them Fran moments because my name is just too playable. But
Yeah, yeah.
but is the band gonna be okay?
Well, if it's dead, we can jump it. We'll be all right.
Okay, I mean, we could do this by candlelight, or
Yeah.
we can make
Yeah,
it a
we'll
romantic
figure something out.
setting. We can make it a romantic setting. Aria could sing in the background, nice and gentle. You know, she could be our elevator music.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Real dark.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if there's any issues, just let me know. You know, that's not a problem at all. You know, I understand.
Nah,
But so now you guys have been obviously doing music for quite some time. You know, then
Yeah.
when did you realize that you had some musical talent?
Well, I was a self-taught singer and musician at age 4. That's what I've always wanted to do. I can't really imagine myself doing something else in my life. I'd be miserable. I mean, what about you guys?
For me, it's soul rock with Booty, Freddie, the just I wanted to be up the drumsticks. Did that for a while, and then realized actually much better guitar, so then I switched over to that, and that was it. I've just been playing ever since School of Rock. That was it for me.
Nice.
So for me, I was probably 5 or 6 years old, and my stepdad, when he moved into our house, he had a drum set, and he brought that with him, and that just blew my mind. I was like, "What is that thing?" But ever since then, I got behind the kit, and that's what started everything, really.
What about you, Mac?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. My parents got me my first guitar when I was like, I don't know, like 10, 11 years old. And I had no idea how to play it. I had like no interest whatsoever. And one day I got grounded to my room, right? Like literally all day in my room, punished, couldn't do anything. And something, and I started playing, started playing whatever. And it's like, oh man, this sounds pretty good. And just kept doing that like every day for the past, like, I don't know, like month, 2 months after that. And I was like, man, I have a talent. I have a skill.
I apologize, guys. We're having some connection issues on your end, so it's real glitchy and choppy and freezes occasionally. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little choppy on your end. I don't know what the weather is down there. I don't even know what the weather is up here right now. I'm in the basement. But so I did catch some of that, so I apologize. But you said, yeah, so you being punished turned out to be a blessing, and you discovered a talent.
Yeah.
So did you happily lock yourself in your room from then on?
Man, I did, and for my 16th birthday party, ended up getting my first bass guitar, and then I got this like sweet little bass amp with it too. And literally every day I'd come home from school, my junior year of high school, and I'd lock myself in my room and just learn whatever songs I could just do, and so
that's awesome.
That's it.
Aria, so you said you realized at a young age that you wanted to sing. What was the first song that you actually put your heart into and tried singing?
Oh gosh. Well, when I was little, I was really like the princess and wearing the color pink. So of course it was The Little Mermaid for me. But then when I turned like 10 or 11 years old, one day I was just like, I hate all of this. Give this all away. I'm wearing black from now on. Like, I hate it.
So were you walking around going, "Look at this stuff, isn't it neat?" You know what? I can't even knock it. It's funny because I still remember the damn song. I still remember the song too, and that was almost 35 years ago. Oh my god. Ew. Never mind. I won't even say that. I just showed my age. Yeah, no, I mean, it was too funny. I remember my dad brought that movie home with what was it? Littlefoot. What is that? Dinosaur cartoon. I can't remember, but Littlefoot. But anyway, it's too funny. I actually used to sing the hell out of that song too. So I get it, girl. Yes, we weren't always metal.
We're gonna do a cover of that.
No, you what?
We're gonna do a cover of Little Mermaid. Now.
That's what I thought you said. That would be some great shit. Update Ariel.
Yeah.
I mean, your name is pretty similar. Dressed as a mermaid.
Yeah, I get called Ariel a lot in school. It's like, that's not my name. Especially Starbucks too. Like they'll always say coffee for Ariel. It's like, no, it's Aria.
That is too funny. But so, you guys noticed at a young age, and you guys just took off. How'd your family handle that? Did you have strong support?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's good. I know some, like my family was always against metal music. They're just like, turn that shit off. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll blast Italian.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, what planet are you from?
Planet Aria.
Oh gosh. So if you follow my Instagram page, it actually says I'm just a strange alien trying to study humans. I guess I just travel from galaxy to galaxy, just studying people's like, oh, this is.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking that, because I saw some like, what planet are you from? I'm gonna throw that one out there.
I'm from Mars.
So that's cute though. Also, I want to say, I did see that you are a very strong advocate for autism.
I am. I do a good job at hiding it, but there are some times where it's very noticeable. A lot of times in interviews, I'll stutter or whatever. It feels like my brain is malfunctioning. Like, oh crap, I'm not making any sense.
You know, I don't know. Well, if that's the case, then maybe I'm autistic. But same shit. Same shit. I kind of lose myself sometimes, and I'll just glitch. But mine's for a completely
Yes,
different
it
reason.
happens all the time for me.
You know, but it's also an overworked brain. I have ADHD. You know, on top of other issues.
Funny,
You know,
like
things.
autism and ADHD, we actually go hand in hand. Like I really get along with people who have ADHD.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that is beautiful. I saw that, and it just I mad respect on a completely different level, sweetheart. I have a couple of friends who have children that are strongly autistic, and I threw a fundraiser last year. A few things happened with it, but it still happened, and it's something I definitely am an advocate for and want to get more involved in. So mad respect to you on every level for everything you do for that, and help out whatever it is you do on your end. Mad respect on that, sweetheart. Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, and that's I have a soft side. I have no problem showing it. So. Can't always be a savage. Well, yeah, you can, but you could be a soft savage.
No,
So,
like
Yeah, you
we
can.
always. I think everybody has like a sensitive side,
oh, absolutely. If you don't, then you're the freak, and you don't belong, and you're from another planet. That's how I see it.
I agree.
So, have your goals changed today from what they were when the band first started several plus years ago?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mine have always been the same. When we first started this band, some of my goals were just, to be able to do this for a living. You know what I mean? And we're not like quite there yet, but some other goals. I've personally made for myself. Getting to play with some of these like bucket list type bands. You know what I mean? Bands you grew up listening to. And we're constantly getting to do that. We on XM radio. So just little with our stuff. Whenever we first formed, they're still some of the same goals. But then again, there are more added goals. We've added to that list. Since we have started. And I don't know. Like, what about you?
I guess for me, basically playing really cool festivals. My dream is always to play Europe. Hopefully that can happen in this lifetime. Like I've always wanted to play Europe. That's definitely on my bucket list.
Same for me. I mean, I've been with this group for just over 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Now, but yeah, very very similar goals, and just getting to play festivals, and a world tour is still on that list. So maybe one day.
Yeah.
So obviously, being a musician, of course, you always have the high goals and things to strive for, which I think you guys will definitely do. The way you guys are amazing, and I can see you guys going far and fast, and definitely can't wait to watch that happen. But everyone tends to be a critic to themselves. No matter who you are, what you do, you're always a critic to yourself. And even though I think you guys are absolutely awesome musicians, you all find that you have your own flaws.
Oh yeah.
What are some flaws? What are some flaws that you think you have as a musician that you need to work on to get to your goals?
Ooh.
Manage my time better.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good.
Do you mean like musical capabilities?
It could be anything. It could be, it could be anything. It could be anything musically, anything to make your goal happen in your music career. What do you think you need to fix as a person, as a musician, to help make that happen, to further yourself, to help the band?
That's a good question.
I know. I just like.
I mean, what Max said is a huge one. I think any musician nowadays will tell you that being a musician nowadays is a lot more stressful than what it seemed to be in the past, because you have to do so many things now with social media and constantly trying to get your name out there. And just trying to put together marketing strategies is so time consuming, and it feels like we spend all this time doing everything other than working on music.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
And so the time management's huge. Just using our time effectively and setting aside time, being intentional about what we're trying to do and what our goals are. I mean, that's it's a small business, you know, and you have to handle it like a business. Otherwise, nobody
Right.
else is going to, you know, take you on, because it is an investment. And it's tough to, because all I want to do is play guitar and write songs,
Right.
and that feels like it's maybe 5 to 10% of the time. You know, it's so often
right.
it's not the case.
Yeah, promotions. I mean, you know, being in bands today is a lot different than it was 30 years ago. You know, there was other people that were always doing everything for you, and now with the way music has changed, you know, becoming more digital and more accessible to us individually, it's pretty much eliminated the middleman. You know, it's like you can do it yourself, and now you see all that money that people were spending 30 years ago to have other people do is now all on your lap. And I can imagine, you know, it's all about marketing and promotions now. It's huge. And there's so many platforms that you got to do it on so many levels. And there's so many people who have access to that same platforms or same levels, you know, so it's not just a matter of having a record label finding you and hearing you. You are literally competing against the same guy down the street who has the same access to the shit you do. You know, it's not just about a label finding you and saying, okay, I'm in, you know, and it's you're not handing out flyers outside the venue anymore, you know, and it's not where I mean, word of mouth still helps. It definitely still helps, but it's a digital marketing thing, and it's intense. And it's like every week there's going to be something, and next week there might be another damn platform that everyone has to learn, you know? So I can imagine, you know, it does take a lot of time. It does. So based on that, what I just said, how do you think the internet has impacted the music business?
I feel like it's a lot of music, either Spotify, YouTube. It's a lot easier, but you promote your shows and everything, like send a lot of invites to your Facebook friends, your Instagram, basically like keep promoting the shows on social media so it can catch people's attention, you know?
I mean, piggybacking off what Aria said, I think everything's got its pros and cons. So while I just complained about what it's like to be a band nowadays, it's also, I feel like there's probably countless artists out there now that none of us would even know about if it wasn't for the internet.
Right.
And, you know, as much of a pain in the butt as it is, it might be the thing that helps us break through. It's just, it's hard to cut through the noise. But I heard a quote that was saying there's always room for a good idea. So sometimes it feels like there's too much noise, and it feels like, well, what are we doing? There's so many good songs out there. There's so many great bands out there. Who's going to make room for us? But there's always room for a good idea. There's always room for a new band or a new song or whatever it is.
Originality is a big one.
Yeah, so it just kind of gives you hope that we can utilize the internet to get out to people that we never would have had the chance to do before the age of the internet.
Right. You know? Yeah, I definitely agree that, there are pros and cons, and I think one of the best pros, not cons. One of the best pros is it gives musicians a better chance to be heard than 30 years ago. A lot better, because you guys, you can get yourself out further, and you're doing it yourself. You're not waiting for somebody else to do it and make it. Who is in charge? In charge of 30 other bands, and you got to wait your turn. Yeah. It's getting done on your time, as much as you need it done, and you're pushing for it. You're getting it out there. I think, there's a very big positive con is the fact that it gives many bands a better chance to get their voices heard and their music heard beyond the local scene, the immediate local scene, to hear it state for state, so they can actually start going on smaller tours and getting that out further, But it's also a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I think another really cool benefit of it is for solo musicians, the people out there. Like, I can't think of his name, but the new singer for Journey, who they found on YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
that would have never happened.
Oh,
without-
Arnie.
Yeah, and then I think of Luke Holland, the current drummer for Falling in Reverse.
Yeah.
You know, grew up through YouTube. And, you know, I don't know what his life story is, but I can't help but think he's such a phenomenal drummer that he probably far exceeded all of his local musicians. So he was able to put himself out on the internet. And then eventually he got picked up, I think it was by the Word Alive, and then Jason Richardson, and then climbed to Falling in Reverse. And I think it's beneficial to those musicians who might be isolated, because it's hard to form a band. I mean, we all know we've been in countless bands trying to keep those schedules together, all those people together, everybody to get along, to be on the same page. So, you know, you get those isolated musicians out there who get that opportunity to get picked up by a huge band because they see, hey, this guy's badass, let's pick him up. And it just benefits, you know, the bands are only getting better and better because now you can kind of create these all-star teams and bring on all the best guys that you all gel with. So I think that's a kind of a cool benefit of the internet.
I definitely agree with that. Absolutely. You can find some amazing people, you know, that could be just down the street that you've never even seen walk right past you, that have an amazing talent that could actually help take you to the next level, you know, or to be that fill in that gap that you needed to lock in that sound, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's definitely really, really cool. So little fun question. If you could switch places with anyone in the band, who would you switch with?
I want to be a drummer.
You want to be an accountant?
I prefer an accountant. No.
That's not fun.
I've seen it. I'm good.
What about you?
Good question. Probably frontman.
Oh, really?
/ guitar. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do either of those things that well, but that's why I'm the drummer. So.
What about you?
I would be the frontman, so you will not have to load and unload any equipment.
Wow, so he's gonna be the
shots
prima
fired.
donna.
Yeah. I guess for me, I'd be the bass player because I'm really into like bass driven music. Like post punk's one of my favorite genres, like Joy Division, The Cure. They have those really cool bass lines. Like, oh, I would love to play that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like we're all going to switch. We
You're
got a full
yeah,
band.
Exactly.
So, okay. But why have you ever picked up a bass, try playing? Or a guitar? Have you guys actually tried switching roles to see if you can play?
I
A little bit.
I know Zach's a great guitarist. He is. So he could pick it up fine. He's actually a really good pop punk vocalist too. He never sings, but he's a good pop punk vocalist. So I think he'd be okay. Now, could he sing all of Aria's high notes?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. We might have to pinch his
I'm
balls
limited.
in a vice or something, but
Can you sing The Little Mermaid?
And even then,
If you can sing The Little Mermaid, we're going to make this happen.
there we go. Yeah, we'll
Let's
cover
do it.
Little Mermaid as switched roles.
Oh, okay.
And
There you
so
go.
That'd be
people will
funny.
think you're going to sing Little Mermaid,
I
but
like-
Zach's going to sing Little Mermaid.
Yeah, we'll just bring it down like 4 or 5 whole steps.
Yes. There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah.
That is too funny.
There you go.
So what do you think the most difficult thing about being a musician is?
I would say getting enough rest on the road.
Golly, yeah. A touring musician, yes, 100%.
Right,
That's
yeah.
the hardest thing.
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing?
I mean,
Time away.
back to just like time away from family, but also just like nowadays too is like being a musician is only like 15 or 20% of what we get to do, but it's having to do everything else.
If I was to isolate it to solely just actually playing guitar, hardest thing to do, to break out of bad habits. I'm self-taught. I think most of us are. Are we all self-taught?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
And so my dad taught me how to play guitar, and then I kind of just picked it up from there. And I remember one time I went to a guitar lesson a couple of years ago, and the teacher just tore me apart about my bad habits, the way I do certain things, and trying to break those things was brutal. So solely as a musician, that was the hardest thing I had, was breaking bad habits.
What were some of your habits?
Just the way I held the pick. My picking hand was a big problem. That was the big one, because even just adjusting my hand from this to this, the cramps that went through my hand, and trying to like adjust, and then the way I had to adjust the way I fretted the strings and everything, I started tearing through my fingers and getting really bad callus just for making these slight adjustments that he told me to do. So that was kind of an adjustment I wasn't expecting. And then just randomly, I'll throw this out there for anybody who's getting into music, practice with a metronome, please, God, practice with a metronome. Because I didn't starting out, and I paid for that, and I eventually got myself on track. But I've played with people who don't play with practice with metronomes, and it is noticeable. So practice with a metronome.
Yeah.
What are you?
Well, you pretty much just jumped into my next question. I was going to say, sorry, my roommate just got home. I was going to say she makes all kinds of noise coming down the stairs. She's also one of our savages. It's
Nice.
Savage Olga.
Hello.
Hey.
They're all saying, "Hey, you gonna pop in?" She's coming on camera. This is a rare moment.
Nice.
You caught just at the. You look beautiful. Get over here.
I was bowling. I look crazy.
Me and her very rarely cross paths, and we do live together.
Hey.
Hey.
So she was bowling. Go figure. So this is the other LA. They're from Tennessee,
How you doing?
and we just had an awesome interview, and we're about to.
I'm sorry I missed it, but rock on.
Did you win at bowling? Did you do good?
Hell no.
You suck.
I go there for fun.
So she sucks.
always. And I get to go to work.
Look, Rich says, hey, Olga.
Hey, Richard.
Very rare moment to see her on camera. So you guys are one of the.
I'm a little bit shy.
Yeah, can you tell?
I'm too.
Yeah, I can totally tell, right?
Bye, guys.
So I mean, you guys, she cracks me up. She's a trip. You guys, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out on a Tuesday. Again, thank you on a huge level. This was nationwide, as everyone knows. And again, thank you to everyone that helped to make that happen. And that's Concert Junkies out of Jersey, got Heaps of Metal out of KC, Loud Spot, Oklahoma, World Metal Scene Chicago, of course. I'm in Chicago, that whole area. And once again, World Metal Scene, who technically it's worldwide at that point. I mean, so is YouTube, but that doesn't count. So one of the last questions I did want to ask was if any young kids or teenagers came to you for advice about becoming musicians, what would you give them?
Never give up. Always keep trying. And, it's always going to get hard, but always stay true to yourself and what you want.
I would say be completely honest in how you write. Like, if you're having a bad day, write lyrics about it and do not hold back.
And I'm sure there's a broken record, but practice.
Yeah.
Yes. Own your.
Yeah.
I know, but I was calling you.
Well, thank you guys. I mean, go ahead.
No, I was
Oh,
saying
fine.
mine was the metronome, so I can't throw
Right,
it out.
I know. That's why I said you already answered that. I mean, you did that. I'm like, you jumped ahead, and that was my next question, so that works out. So, you guys, that is awesome and strong advice too. Definitely got to be real and be true to yourself. That is first and foremost. I agree with that completely. So, you guys, if fans wanted to check out your music, buy some merch, see where you're going next, what platforms can they look you up on?
I would say Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Basically, all three of those platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And you guys are going to be hitting the stage again very soon on April 22nd.
Yeah.
And where is that going to be
Birthday,
again?
birthday.
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida. And that's that's going to be a killer fest. Have fun with that. Now, I just want to throw in real quick. You guys have been, I said this to you back in the green room before we went live. You guys have been all over the place, especially in the Midwest, except Chicago.
I know.
Yeah,
we need
gotta
to play
get there.
Chicago.
Yeah.
We'll be in
Yeah, you've
Rockford,
worked your way
though.
around us. Now, we need to bring you here. I want to bring you here. Next time you are rolling through the Midwest, hit me up.
Hell
Please,
yeah.
hit me up.
Absolutely.
I would
Yeah.
love to have you on a Savage stage. And, I definitely would love to see you guys play. You're
Incredible.
amazing. You guys have amazing talent. You're amazing artists and musicians. And I would love to see you live. And if I can help help push any songs out, don't hesitate to send any links. I tell everyone this all the time. Send flyers, send links. People travel, people listen. That's what I'm here for. I definitely would like to help in many ways that I can. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for an awesome interview. And again, your music is killer. I can't wait to hear the next single release, which you're not giving it, you're not 100% sure on, but at least it's a heads up. Keep your eyes open, people. Keep your ears listening. It's coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
thank you for having us.
Absolutely. You guys have a beautiful night. All right, and have fun practicing. Get ready for the fest. All right. You guys have a good night. All right, man. Love and respect.
Bye.
Bye.